Hey, today we are drying some plums. We got some fresh plums and we're cutting them open. So it looks like this. We're going to put them in a pan. We cut them in half. Doop. We open them. That's one half. We take out the pit. We get some light.
Let there be light.
The pits are a pain to get out. There we go. Here's the other half. And we put them on a pan like this, and we're going to cover them in sugar and let them dry in the sun. That's what we're doing today.
What kind of knife are you using, and why do you use this knife?
Oh, that's a good question. This is the smallest knife we had, and it's also the sharpest knife. So I feel like I have a lot of control over it. It's something like a paring knife. So it's got a short blade, so I can control it this way. I'm not going to like jab it into my hands, which would not be pleasant. And yeah, that's basically it.
Cool.
It's a little like cutting oysters, you know?
Maybe they don't know, but now you know a little bit more about what kind of knife to use. Because if you don't use the right knife, it could be dangerous.
Yeah, if you use like a nice French knife that you would use for cutting vegetables, but it's like this big, you know, you're going to be like...
You guys know how to create a bomb now also.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. We know how to create a bomb.
Petros accidentally, he became a molotov.
Yeah. So what just happened outside was we were hanging out on the...
Tony, you need even more sugar.
Okay, even more sugar for
okay.
these.
Okay.
Than for the figs, which you'll see in a little bit. That was Nico. That's Tony's dad. And what he was just referring to was outside, we were hanging out in the living room area of the balcony. And we were just relaxing. Our neighbors were also outside, relaxing. And there was this huge boom! And glass shot up into the air, like from one story below, and flew onto our balcony.
Yeah, it was big.
Onto the second floor of our neighbor's house, and we just all did not know what happened. So everyone in the neighborhood came outside to see what all the commotion was, and we realized that our neighbor behind us...
Now I understand why I regulate alcohol.
Yeah, our neighbor behind
Now
us
I understand it.
was making alcohol in a big jar and didn't let the air out to release, and so it just, the gas is built up, and boom. We're making, Nico, we're making,
You need a lot, like.
we need more?
You just stingy, Tony. You need a lot of sugar.
Yeah,
You tell me when. You tell me when.
When? Just put more.
Okay.
It has to be covered. You have to see white.
Okay.
All this could be absorbed.
Okay.
So how much do we put, Nico?
Yes, Tony.
Okay.
The figs also.
Okay.
You're gonna lose them. There's no point.
Okay.
He said, we're going to lose them. There's no time. So he's just a little bit dramatic, but that's all the Greeks for you.
Okay.
So we're going to cover this. Like Nico said, we're going to see white. White. So it may be a lot more than what you would guess. And that's what it's going to look like right now. We see white. We've got the pits. The holes where the pits were completely filled. And then just like you want to snow on this, right?
I guess so. The plums, what are we doing? Plums, they're absorbing the sugar, or the moisture from the plums is melting the sugar a bit. So the more I put on, the less it seems like I put some on. But it's starting to catch. So
Okay.
We preserve a lot of things here with sugar and salt. Salt and sugar and fat, those are big preservatives. So we've learned how to use most of those. They don't use vinegar so much here to preserve things, but salt, fat, and sugar are like, wow, people use a lot of that.
Yeah, and we were talking about this like a couple weeks ago, right? So, or a few weeks ago. My Big Fat Greek Wedding is really funny movie, and it plays on some stereotypical things that Greeks are known to do. They're known for their hospitality. They're known for big family events, and it doesn't matter what kind of event, family always kind of gets involved. And then also like eating a lot of food. And then one thing, a lot of food.
Oh, God.
One thing that was constant throughout the movie were the appearances of Windex and Greeks using Windex for everything. And so we don't see that here in Greece. We're really wondering, where did this come from?
Windex is not a thing here.
It's not. But what is a thing is using vinegar or olive oil for everything.
Yeah.
For everything.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Windex broke some kind of deal, or, had some kind of deal with the
I think there was a sponsorship
movie.
deal where Windex is like, listen, you got to fit Windex into the movie somehow, and the writers were like,
olive oil.
every time we say Windex, we get, some cash. So let's just swap out olive oil with Windex or something like this. And
that's our best guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are we going to do with this now?
So we're going to just stick this in the sun.
Okay.
Throw this in the sun, and then let the sun do the rest of the work here. And it's going to just dry out the plums and preserve them. We're going to make prunes, basically.
Let's follow you out there.
Okay. Like our little door?
We'll have a series on home improvements.
It's all Stone Age technology.
This is our balcony. This is our bedroom for the outside, for where we sleep for right now, because it's just so nice.
There it is.
All right.
We're sun drying figs also. We got one here. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that color, huh?
Wow. It's pretty dark now.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Yeah.
So they're gonna sit outside with the figs, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, we'll see the bees.
Oh yeah, the
as
bees
you can
love
see. Every bee gets its own fig, and so we'll let them just dry out there for how long, Tony?
Like a week.
A week. And what do we do every day?
We put sugar on it.
And
sprinkle a little sugar.
A few days later.
Mm-hmm. About halfway through the drying process, when they're like leathery, like this. I don't know if you can see this.
Yeah.
It's kind of like half shrunk, look shriveled. We flip it over. Just like you're cooking them. Exactly like you're cooking them in the oven.
Yeah. And just make sure that you have them in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And it is about almost 11 a.m. right now. So it is getting pretty intense now. But the shade is really nice. So that's where us humans will be staying. Yeah. Anything else they should know about drying fruit?
I think that's it.
What else? What other thing were we drying out here earlier?
We had almonds out here. We're cooking the almonds in the sun. So
fresh almonds. Put them on the table here.
Fresh almonds are poisonous. Most people don't know. They contain, it's called like amygdalin. There's a name for it, but anyway, it's a precursor to cyanide. So when you digest it, something happens in your digestive tract. A chemical reaction occurs where you produce cyanide from this compound that's in almonds, and especially in bitter almonds and peach pits and things like that. But almonds have them as well in lower quantities. And if you just sit them out in the sun, it's a volatile chemical, so it breaks down this chemical, heat or the sun or whatever, and so it makes it so the almonds are non-toxic.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
All right. High five.
Mm-hmm.
And we will see you next time. Like, subscribe, and follow. Feel free to comment, ask some questions that you might have about this process or anything else that you might want to see around the hood here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you later. Bye for now.